My name is Linda Parker, and I am 59 years old. I live alone in a small house in Brighton. My husband passed away 8 years ago, leaving me with only one son, Daniel. Many years ago, Daniel moved to Canada. Now he lives there with his wife, Sarah, and their 2 children. He has a successful life, a big house and a good job. But here in Brighton I am alone. Every day follows the same routine. I wake up early, clean the house and cook for myself. In the evenings I sit in silence. Daniel doesn't call much. Sometimes he sends money or promises to visit, but he never comes. Still I wait for him because I love him. I keep his old photos in my room and look at them every day. One day there was a knock at my door. To my absolute surprise, it was Daniel. My eyes filled with tears as I hugged him. Inside over tea, he told me his family was doing well. Then he said something that touched my heart. "I missed you, Mother. You are getting old, and it isn't safe here alone. I want to take you to Canada to live with us." At first I was hesitant. Brighton was my home. It was where I got married and lived with Daniel's father. But Daniel was serious. He argued that the house was too old and that in Canada, I would have my own room and see my grandchildren every day. That night I struggled with the decision, but because he was my only son, I chose to trust him. The next morning, Daniel suggested we sell the house so I could use the money for my new life. I agreed. I sold my home, gave Daniel all the money, packed my bags, and we headed to the airport. I was sad to leave my past behind, but happy to be with my son. At the airport, Daniel told me, "Mother, wait here. I will bring a wheelchair because the walk to the gate is too long. I'll be back in 5 minutes." I sat and waited. 10 minutes passed. Then 30. Then 45. I scanned every face in the crowd, but Daniel was nowhere to be found. My heart began to beat fast with fear. After an hour, a police officer named Robert Miller approached me. I explained that I was waiting for my son to bring a wheelchair for our flight to Canada. Robert went to check the flight records. When he returned, his face was grave. He sat next to me and said softly, "Ma'am, I am sorry. Your son has already boarded the flight. The plane has taken off. He went alone." Froze. My heart broke into a million pieces. I couldn't believe my own son would leave me there after taking everything I owned. I cried uncontrollably. Robert, moved by my pain, told me I reminded him of his late mother. He refused to leave me alone at the airport and invited me to stay with him and his wife Olivia. That night, Robert's wife welcomed me with kindness and a warm meal. While I missed my home and my son, these strangers treated me like family. The next morning, Robert received a phone call. He looked pained but didn't tell me the news. The flight Daniel took had crashed, and there were no survivors. Robert kept this secret to protect me, knowing that despite everything, I still loved my son and prayed for him. Days turned into months. Robert and Olivia treated me with the utmost respect and love. Robert took me to the doctor, bought my medicine, and cared for me as if he were my own flesh and blood. One day, Robert asked if I ever thought about going back to my old house. I looked at him and smiled. I realized that while I had lost my house and my biological son, I had found a real home and the son I truly deserved.